News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Residents escape injury following a neighborhood shooting, and mine experts extract an injured man who fell into a hole in the ground. News 25 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Good evening, Pahrump. A female is arrested after she opens fire in a Pahrump neighborhood. It's Tuesday, March 24th. I'm Ronda Van Winkle in for Deanna O'Donnell. A woman is under arrest and facing several charges after bullets fly in a Pahrump neighborhood. At least one resident reported he was inside his home when the bullets came through his wall, narrowly missing him.
Janelle Airy has been booked into the Nye County Detention Center on 1 count of attempted murder, 2 counts of discharging a gun into an occupied structure or vehicle, and 1 count of discharging a gun where a person might be. The arrest comes after an incident March 20th at a house on Ironton Street. Airy's ex-husband told officers as he returned home and the garage door opened, Airy aimed a rifle at him and fired 5 to 6 shots. The victim fled the scene, waited a few minutes, then returned to the home. According to the arrest report, Airy fired 3 to 4 more shots at him. Once officers arrived, Airy was detained but did not provide an explanation of what had happened. As deputies processed the scene, they recovered a number of shell casings in the driveway. They also discovered evidence of bullets striking neighboring houses across the street and a bullet hole in the bumper of a neighbor's SUV. Several bullets entered one home. At another home, officers say it appears a bullet struck the driveway and ricocheted, striking the garage door. The rifle described by Airy's ex-husband was located and recovered at the home where the shooting happened. Officers collected a total of 6 shell casings from the scene.
The Noonday Silver Mine was the site of a rescue that occurred Friday night. A 60-year-old man reportedly fell 300 feet down a mine shaft, suffering major head trauma.
The victim, identified as 60-year-old Randolph Blattler of Santee, California, fell into an abandoned mine shaft at the Noonday Mine, located about 8 miles east of Tacopa, late Friday. Inyo County said it would take them several hours to respond, so crews from Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue and officers with the Nye County Sheriff's Office were called to the scene. Rescue teams from San Bernardino County and Las Vegas also responded. Blattler had been hiking with several other people when he fell into the opening in the ground. Rescue teams assembled a rig that allowed them to descend into the mine shaft. They were eventually able to pull Blattler from the mine, suffering from serious head injuries. He was flown to a Las Vegas hospital for treatment of those injuries. His condition at this time is unknown.
Well, we certainly wish him and his family the best. The town of Pahrump has officially closed all area playgrounds and other park amenities due to coronavirus concerns until further notice. This includes playgrounds, park restroom facilities, sports areas such as ball fields, the skate park, and sports courts, picnic tables, and the rodeo arena, and all other park amenities. The amenities are located at Petrick Park, Blosser Park, Ian Deutsch Memorial Park, and Simpkins Park. The town announced last week that facility rental operations have been put on hold until further notice, and all rentals that were scheduled to take place through mid-April have been canceled. Effective immediately, Clark County has closed all playgrounds and park restroom facilities. Outdoor park spaces and trails will remain open to the public, but visitors are strongly encouraged to follow recommendations regarding social distancing. Signs will be posted and yellow caution tape will be placed around all playgrounds. Outdoor restrooms will be locked. Nye County and Clark County officials continue to monitor the coronavirus situation and will keep the public advised of any updates. Well, as taxpayers, we may want to know how our tax dollars are being spent. Nye County is rolling out a new online tool that provides some insight into the county's finances. It's called the Nye County Financial Transparency Portal.
This has been available to the Nye County staff for roughly about a year and been working on some of the kinks and make sure that everything is ready to launch and show our public what we have been working on. The Financial Transparency Portal is designed so that not only you can see the openness and accountability of the county operation. It also provides a one-stop for all your financial needs. You can see the analysis as well as graphs, and it's available directly through the Nye County website. So I'm going to walk you through a little bit and show how to access the portal as well as how to navigate some of the pages. From the Nye County website, and most of you are familiar with the front page, you can access the financial portal through the department, going to the finance office. And on the finance front page, on your left-hand side, you will see this financial transparency right here on the left-hand side. By clicking it, it will take you to the front page of the portal. Some reports have been uploaded for questions that we've made that come up quite often, and so we made the templates on there. Of course, these will be updated with different types of stories or different things that the public may ask us to see more regularly. A lot of these, just by clicking on the stories, it will tell you, bring you to the more detailed information. We update a minimum of once a month. As soon as the month is closed, we then update the financials. This comes directly from our financial system that gets uploaded in here.
Liz did a great job on this project, so I do want to say thank you to Liz. She headed this up. And I don't know if you noticed on the screen when Liz clicked on the fund and was able to filter, all of the towns that process their financials through our financial system, Eden, their records are available as well. So as we meet with them to go through their budgets, we'll be showing them this tool so that they can use it how they see fit as well.
Cool. I like it.
Please stay with us. We'll be back right after this break.
You're watching KPVM News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back to News 25. In the wake of an executive order issued by the governor of California, Death Valley National Park is making changes that will affect services available to visitors.
The park is now offering very limited services outside those that support visitor or resource protection. This includes the closure of public restrooms at most trailheads and viewpoints. Restrooms are still available outside Furnace Creek Visitor Center, at Immigrant, and at the Stovepipe Wells store. Parking lots at Zabriskie Point, Badwater, and Mesquite Flat Sand Dunes are closed. Several campgrounds are also closed, including Furnace Creek, Mesquite Springs, Texas Springs, Immigrant, Sunset, Stovepipe Wells, Thorndike, and Mahogany Flat. Visitor centers are also closed. The Oasis at Death Valley has closed lodging, camping, stores, and restaurants. Stovepipe Wells Resort has closed lodging, camping, and restaurants. The Stovepipe Wells General Store is open. Fuel is available at the Oasis at Death Valley, Stovepipe Wells, and Panamint Springs. Outdoor spaces at Death Valley National Park remain open to the public, and entry fees are being waived. For the latest information, visit the National Park Service website.
Local attorney Jonathan Nelson is still helping clients navigate their legal needs. But in this day of social distancing, it's the way he's helping that's different. Like many other individuals and businesses, J.K. Nelson Law is now relying on the phone and video calling to communicate with his clients.
Years ago, we started investing in cloud technology that ensured we could continue operating in certain situations, this being one of them, the COVID-19 situation. So as of right now, we are still taking appointments telephonically. My team is working remotely whenever possible, but the combination of the technology we've invested in, as far as being able to file cases, serve our clients' needs, that's paying off handily right now because we're not skipping a beat for our clients. I just want everybody to know we are working hard to still be the premier legal place in Pahrump. We've worked weeks in advance of this to ensure that our service levels will continue. We want to be there for you, and we want you guys just to all be safe and healthy. So we're working to meet all those goals, and we're still doing that. We look forward to meeting with you guys soon. They need to call us 727-9900, or they can email us contacts@jknelsonlaw.com, or they can go online, jknelsonlaw.com, and there's a box you can submit your legal issue.
In talking to Jonathan Nelson today, he says he expects to see an increase in the number of bankruptcy consultations in the coming weeks and months as people seek advice for how to handle their financial situation. And he wants to reassure you that he can definitely help you with all of that information, including possible payment plans if that's something that's a concern to you. And we here at News 25 are doing our part to follow the latest health guidelines. That's why you'll see us conducting interviews remotely using apps like Skype or FaceTime. This helps keep everyone safer by eliminating personal contact. You may still see us out and about, but until life returns to normal, we'll continue to reach out to newsmakers from a safe distance. The Nevada Department of Motor Vehicles and Department of Public Safety want to reassure Nevadans they won't be penalized for an expired driver's license or vehicle registration during the closures related to COVID-19. The DMV has issued an automatic 90-day extension on any DMV document with an expiration date that falls between March 16th and April 30th, 2020. The DMV website, dmvnv.com, has an extension letter that motorists can print and present to law enforcement. The extension does not apply to vehicle liability insurance. Motorists must maintain their insurance. By now, we're all familiar with the term social distancing. In the midst of the coronavirus pandemic, it's become a way of life, a way to help stop the spread of the virus. Well, everybody, stay with us. We will be back after this break.
This segment of the news is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyers, Nye County's injury attorneys. Don't get bullied by insurance companies. Call Jason Ernest and bully them back at 775-727-9500.
According to the Department of Employment, Training and Rehabilitation, weekly initial claims and continued claims filed since January 2020 to March 7, 2020 remained relatively steady, while claims in the week of March 14, 2020 showed an initial increase due to temporary closure of business functions beginning in some areas of the state. For example, initial claims for the week ending January 4, 2020, they are 2,264. Initial claims the week ending February 29, 2020 were 2,324. And the following week ending March 7, 2020 were 2,309. So all relatively close to each other. For the week of March 14, 2020, initial claims rose to 6,356. So that's a big difference, nearly triple the number of claims in the prior week, and the largest week-to-week increase dating back to at least 1987. That's when current records began. Continued claims moving slightly behind initial claims and do not yet show the same increase as initial claims. Data shows there were 20,800 continued claims filing for the filing week ending January 4th, 2020. Continued claims for the week ending February 29th were 20,044, and continued claims for the filing week of March 7th, 2020 were down a little bit to 19,850, and continued claims for the week ending March 14th were 19,475. A lot of numbers there, folks. All right, well, stopping the spread of germs it's in the forefront of our minds during these times, and covering your cough is a first line of defense. According to Dr. Frank Esper of Cleveland Clinic, he says there's a proper way to cough to stop germs in their tracks.
What we try to do is we try to cough into a place that we don't touch other people. And so our elbow has been one of the best things that we have found over the last years, is that if we cough here into our arm, into our elbow, we don't have to worry about moving those germs from place to place.
Dr. Esper says when we cough into open air, germs can travel 3 to 5 feet. Some germs stay airborne for a while, like measles, which can hang out in the air for hours. He says when we catch a cough in our hands, it may stop the cough, but then germs can spread if we touch objects and people. Dr. Esper recommends teaching kids at a young age to cough like Dracula and tuck their nose into their elbow, just like Dracula wraps his face in his cape, so it becomes a habit. But he reminds parents that little kids will forget, so it's important to also teach them good hand-washing skills.
A lot of times children are very, very happy to do so. They are just sponges for information. You tell them to wash their hands early and often, especially when they're sick, especially when they're wiping their nose or they're playing with someone who's wiping their nose. It is one way to keep them healthy.
Dr. Esper says washing hands for about 20 seconds is ideal to get rid of viruses and bacteria. For kids under 3 who aren't especially good at washing their hands, he says using alcohol-based hand sanitizer is another good option.
To support the governor's directive to stay home for Nevada, the Department of Health and Human Services has consolidated a list of department services available to support our citizens. The Department of Health and Human Services has prepared a list of important services that are available by phone, email, or on the web. The department acts as a state social safety net, providing medical and food assistance, mental health resources, and other programs to support children, seniors, and Nevada families. These services, along with the means to access them, can be found at dhhs.nv.gov/essential services or by calling 775-684-4000. The Nevada Department of Employment, Training, and Rehabilitation is requesting those employers who will close before the end of March to submit their first quarter 2020 employers' contributions and wage reports as soon as possible. Employers can utilize online services for filing and making payments. The advanced timeline applies only to reporting, with payment of any taxes not due until April 30th, 2020. Online filing is available by going to ui.nv.gov, or you can call 775-684-6300.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
All right, well, let's take a look outside on our Glenn Lerner and Rowe weather cam. And you can see pretty much the clouds are disappearing on us. We still have a good breeze outside. Things seem to be warming up just a little bit. We will have your weather when we come back. Stay with us.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hello and welcome back to News 25. I'm Michael Donahue with today's weather. In Las Vegas, we had a high of 71 degrees, a low of 54, 79, a low of 55 over in Death Valley, 68, a low of 46 in Amargosa, 63, a low of 39 in Beatty, 54 for the high in Goldfield and Tonopah, 26 for the low in Tonopah, 27 for the low in Goldfield, 60 degrees, a low of 29 in Fallon, 49 for the high in Carson City, 57 for the high in Fernley. Both have a low of 28 degrees. Now today in Pahrump, we saw sunny skies. Our high today was 67 degrees. Winds coming out of the south up to 17 miles per hour. 39% for our humidity, and our sunrise at 6:41 this morning. Now for tonight, we're going to see some partly cloudy skies. Our low is going to be 48 degrees. It's currently 66 degrees outside with winds coming out of the southeast up to 15 miles per hour. 52% for our humidity, and 6:59 tonight for our sunset. Now looking ahead to that 7-day, that wind is going to pick up tomorrow. We're going to be seeing some winds up to 22 miles per hour, along with some partly cloudy skies. On Thursday, we're going to be seeing a 20% chance of rain. On Friday, we're going to see some sunny skies, but some more high winds up to 13 miles per hour. Saturday and Sunday, partly cloudy skies all the way through Tuesday, but Monday we do have some sunny skies. Now temperature-wise, on Wednesday we're going to be seeing a high of 63 degrees. On Thursday we're going to drop down to 50, up to 58 on Friday, back up into those mid-60s between 63 and 66 degrees Saturday and Sunday, then shooting up just a little bit more to 73 and 77 degrees next Monday and Tuesday. Now for overnight, those are also steadily going to climb. On Wednesday, we're going to be seeing a low of 48 degrees, dropping down to 37 and 38 Thursday and Friday. Then we're going to start up with that steady climb on Saturday and Sunday with lows of 44 and 45 degrees, and then up to those low 50s by next Monday and Tuesday with lows of 50 and 54 degrees. And so now with that, we're going to throw it back to the desk with Rhonda.
Thank you, Michael. It's going to be so cold. Ew, more rain. That's okay. I actually love the rain. So, hey, everybody, before we close tonight, I just want to remind you that you can follow us all day long for local news and updates, as well as statewide updates on COVID-19 by going to our Local Prompt 411 Facebook page. And for those of you who can see it, you're going to see that it is like a neon green and a blue, and it has the Channel 25 news logo on it, and that's where you can go to see us. You can also go to our website, www.kpvm.tv, or you can even look up acecountry.com. It'll take you to the same website. So you can get all of our local news, watch it online, go to our Facebook page. There's a number of ways to get the local news. So thank you again for tuning in tonight. From all of us up here on the Hill, we wish you a very safe and happy night, and we will see you back here tomorrow night. I'm Ronda Van Winkle. Good night.